Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to beautiful Columbia Park here in downtown Marshfield. And it really is a beautiful evening for a band concert. My name is Robert Johannick, and it's my privilege to conduct the Marshfield Civic Band. We all will begin our concert this evening here at Columbia, as we always begin them, with our national anthem. So would you all please rise and join in. I'm sure you all recognize our first opening selection tonight as the overture to William Tell, the finale to the overture. Overture actually has other parts to it as well, but that was the exciting finale that we all know and love. And of course, for many years, if those of you who are old enough to remember, it was the radio theme of the Lone Ranger. So we, yes, yeah. Hi-O, silver away. Yes, that's right. There we go. And Tonto. Yes, let's not forget Tonto. That's right. Yeah. Okay. We're going to continue now with a new piece of music we're premiering tonight. This is by Timothy Johnson. It is entitled Canticle of Celebration. Canticle of Celebration. And it's based on the old Southern hymn, What Wondrous Love Is This? So we hope you enjoy Timothy Johnson's Canticle of Celebration. your convenience here at Columbia Park, there are restrooms located in the back of the band shell. And also, I'd like to announce, of course, as many of you already know, and have already sampled, the ladies of St. John's Church across the street over there at St. John's School are selling pie and ice cream during the concert. So, and it's delicious pie, and so I hope you'll take advantage of their offerings over there during the course of our concert. 2018 marks the 100th anniversary of the fiercest fighting that America experienced in the First World War, World War I. And we are this summer doing a little bit of a miniature salute week to week of that centenary, a salute to that centenary. Tonight we're going to play a piece of French music by Jean-Joseph Mouret. This music is from the Baroque period of music, but it's very, very, very majestic, and I think you'll like it. The first movement might be familiar to some of you, because for many years the first movement, the Rondeau, was the theme from Masterpiece Theater on public television. And they don't have that anymore, but if you hear today Masterpiece Theater theme, it's just a little snippet of it at the beginning by a trumpet, but it's a reminder that at one time this melody was basically associated on television with Masterpiece Theater. There are three movements to this suite, and we're going to dedicate this, since it's French, to the French effort in the First World War. France suffered probably more than any other country because most of the Western Front was located on French soil. The trenches that went through were on French soil. And I read an amazing statistic that something like 1 out of every 5 Frenchmen, male Frenchmen, 1 out of every 5 male Frenchmen alive at that time in the First World War were lost in that war, which really, really decimated that country. So the French were there from the very beginning. The United States was actually kind of a latecomer to the war. We didn't come in until 1917, and our troops didn't really get over in strength until 1918. But France really suffered a great deal. They bore a lot of the brunt of the war, and we are forever grateful to them for that. So at this time, we're going to salute the French with Suite des Symphonies No. 1 by Jean-Joseph Mouret. Time now for our kiddie parade. So kids, come on up here. We're going to march around the park, and we're going to have you get a free ice cream token from Culver's Restaurant of Marshfield. Now, kids, we're going to play a march by, well, it's a march by a man who had more than one name. Can you understand that? How about that? You all have one name, right? Right? Everybody, you have one name, right? Jane, Bob. This man had two names. Actually, he wrote this piece of music you're going to march to under a different name than his real name. And his fake name was named Harold Bennett. Harold Bennett. His real name was Henry Fillmore. All right? And I'm sure that probably doesn't mean much to you at all. You want to start marching, so we'll march. All right. Okay, kids, we're going to march along in this music. We're going to march about halfway through the park. We're on the park over there. And then come back around and do a big circle. And keep marching around in circles until the band stops playing. Everybody understand? Okay, we all set to go? All right, let's do it. Wow, kid, that's great. You came right back at the top of the stand, your band show, and we just finished playing. Well done. You got great timing, everybody. Great timing. All right. I'd like to thank Culver's Restaurant of Marshfield for supplying all the marchers with a free ice cream token. I think we should give them a round of applause. Thank you, Culver. And that runs into about, I usually go there and ask for about 20 tokens, and they just keep giving me tokens. So that's great. Great of them to do that. Really is nice for them to do that for the community and for the kids. So kids, come on up, get your token, and thank you once again for marching tonight in this beautiful evening, huh? Isn't it beautiful out? Yeah. Thank you. Let's give them all a round of applause again, everybody. Thank you, kids. This is a march that I'm not aware that our band has played. I see Jim Rasmussen out there tonight, our conductor emeritus. Hello, Jim. Thank you for being here. Let's give Jim a round of applause. Jim's father served in the First World War, and was in a band, the medical regiment band, that was over in France playing for the troops. This is entitled the Rainbow Division March by Danny Norella, probably one of the more famous divisional marches written for the U.S. Army National Guard. And the Rainbow Division was actually the number. All the divisions had a nickname, and they also had a number. For example, the Wisconsin, Michigan 32nd Division was the Red Arrow Division, as you probably all know. The Rainbow Division was the 42nd Division. 42nd. It was called the Rainbow Division because, unlike divisions, National Guard divisions that took their troops from a local area of the country, the Rainbow Division took its troops from all areas of the United States. So they always like to say they have all the colors of the rainbow in their division. Men from every walk of life and every part of the country. So this is actually, you see it sometimes referred to as the 42nd Division March, but this is the Rainbow Division March, all right, by Danny Norella. It's a very nice march, and it's a typical Army review march. If you can imagine yourself on a parade ground with troops marching by and on review in front of a commanding officer, this would really do the trick. So this time, Danny Norella's 42nd Division or Rainbow Division March. nice march. Very nice divisional march. Yeah, nice composition. I think I should tell you where we got that march from. We didn't. It wasn't in our library, and of course, Jim and I know our library goes back many years. But it wasn't in our library. There is a, due to the genius and miracle of electronics, there is a website called pdf.band. And they are in a process of making available for printing, downloading, as they say, off the computer, about 3,000 old band pieces that whose copyrights ran out long ago, were written like in the early 1900s and didn't have a copyright on them. So you're able to download the parts for those pieces. Now, of course, it's an ongoing kind of project. People on the team get parts and then they transpose them. Some of the instruments from years ago are no longer in the band, such as the C melody saxophone or E flat French horn, but they transpose many of them to a more modern instrumentation. So it's very nice to be able to go on a computer and just search for these pieces and just download them, and then make copies of them because they're not copyrighted. So that's where we got that march from. So I just thought you'd be interested in knowing that. Our next selection is by Anton Dvorak, fellow Czech, and this is Humoresque, Opus 101, number 7. we'd like to recognize our pretty long and growing list of contributors for our band. Of course, the city of Marshfield every year gives us a donation that covers most of the cost of organizing and running the band, but we do raise some more money beyond that. Players do get paid in the season, not a lot, but depending upon how much money we take in. So we have several memorial gifts, first of all, to mention tonight, in memory of Robert Biederwolf, who unfortunately passed away in January of this year. Bob was the professor of music at the University of Wisconsin Marshfield Wood County campus for at least several decades, probably 30, 35 years. And he was a longtime member of this civic band. And that's why the balloon is above the chair there in the trumpet section. We're honoring Bob this season in kind of a missing man formation, but instead of using airplanes, we use a balloon. So we miss him dearly, and hope he's enjoying the concert tonight. We have memorial gifts given by his daughter, Kate, Alex and Ashley Drager, Bruce and Linda Felt, and Integrity Builders, Henry and Alani Zimmerman of Marshfield. Our regular donations and advertising sponsors are the City of Marshfield, Marshfield Mercantile, Provision Partners, Blue Heron Brew Pub, Sound Motion DJ Service and Country Dance Lessons, Marshfield Lions Club Incorporated, Rem's Funeral Home and Crematory, Bent's Chiropractic Center, SC, Carl Zimmerman, Gold Key Realty, Remax American Dream Realty, Partners Bank, Heinz and Printing, American Storage, LLC, The Hearing House, LLC, Castle Rock Veterinary Hospital Incorporated, Shallows Nursery Incorporated, Alex Drager's Piano Service. She's here tonight, isn't she, Alex? Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. Thimbleberry Books, Off the Wall Custom Framing and Art, Rival Plumbing and Heating, Shriner's Plumbing and Heating, Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, Hiller's True Value Hardware, Hefco Floral Company, Nelson Jameson Incorporated, Marshfield Sunrise Rotary, and I've got one more page here. Marshfield Rotary Club, Forward Bank, Abbey Bank, Northern Music Service, Culver's Restaurant in Marshfield, and Fomple Friends of the Marshfield Public Library. I think we should all give those sponsors a nice round of applause for their continued support of our band. Thank you. Our next selection is another kind of a World War I salute. It wasn't written with World War I in mind, but I think it fits really well in with our remembrance of that war this summer in our conscience. This piece is entitled Little Suite for Peace. It's in four movements, and I'm going to read them off to you because they're very descriptive. First one's called Military Parade, and if I can find the other one here. Hymn to Memories, that's the third one. The second one is called The Officers' Ball, a dance for the officers. And the last movement, if I can find it here, where are you? What is it? Ode to Peace, Ode to Peace. Now this piece was written by a Belgian composer, a Belgian who I'm not going to try to name because I would probably wreck his name. His first name is Andre. But anyway, it's a Belgian composer. It's a modern suite for military band. And it's very interesting. It's dedicated to, I think, the Supply Organization, a logistic military school in Tournai, Belgium. We thought the suite would fit really well. And you hope you get some memories of, or at least conjure up some ideas of soldiers and officers' balls, military uniforms. So this time we're going to premiere Little Suite for Peace. It's very fitting that the composer of that last piece was Belgian, because Belgium, of course, suffered as much as France did, maybe not losing as much population in the First World War, but the Germans overran probably about 95% of Belgium on their way trying to get to Paris, France. And so it's very fitting that we had a Belgian composer represented tonight as well on that last piece. We're going to slow things down now and play for you a very familiar tune. This is a setting by James Swearingen, and it's entitled The Last Rose of Summer. I'd like to recognize Justin on this trumpet solo here. Justin, thank you. Thank you, Justin. Nice job. We'd like to remind you that we have 2 concerts left in our summer season series here at Columbia Park. Next week, Wednesday, of course, we'll have a regular concert, as usual, starting time 7:30 right here at Columbia. And this coming Saturday, we will be appearing at 11 a.m. in the morning at the Stratford Community Days in Stratford. We will be playing at the Clemmy Band Show. And if you've ever been to Stratford and seen Clemmy Park, it's a nice park in the middle of Stratford, and they have a wonderful music stage and band show there. So we're going to be playing a concert there for those people in Stratford this coming Saturday. 11 a.m. is the starting time at Clemmy Park in Stratford. Our last concert of the season will be 2 weeks from tonight. 2 weeks from tonight, when we will be having our annual John Philip Sousa Grand Concert here at Columbia Park. And that is also got a backup site in case it does rain that night. It will be at the Old Armory, or what they call the Oak Avenue Community Center. Thank you, yes. I call it the Old Armory. So, but that's the backup site in case of inclement weather. We'll be featuring Ms. Micah Brunson as an oboe soloist, doing variations on the theme of Glinka for oboe and military band, which is an interesting piece of music by Rimsky-Korsakov. So we hope you can join us for our last 3 appearances, this Saturday at Stratford, next Wednesday right back here at Columbia, and then the following Wednesday, August 1st, we'll be here with our Grand Sousa concert. We'd like to conclude our performance tonight. I really hate to stop playing because it's such a beautiful evening out for a band concert, but we have to stop somewhere. So we're going to do a march by Henry Fillmore, and this is a very exciting one entitled His Honor. We want to thank you all for being here this evening. You've been a marvelous audience, and we hope to see you again here in the future. Thank you. Thank you.